Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, deck profile video. Today I am your host, Siren Frost, and we're going to be doing today the 5th Faded 1 deck that I finally got my hands on and finally completed. This is the Faded 1 of Guiding Stars, Welstra, Welstra Blitz Arms. I don't know why, I just want to say Welstra for short, because this is basically the new upgraded and also the new ride line for this deck as well. This is for Divine Series DZ format. Now, I'll be honest, this is one of the few decks that I have very big challenge on at times. Because people these days, I hear one people telling me when I start building this deck is that don't play some of the older cards. The new ones will suffice. Okay? I believe that. But there are some cards from the D series era that will still come together with the DZ format. So quick backstory on this. We all know who the owner of this deck is Taizo Kuriyama. I think I'll have to look him up. But unfortunately, for some reason, Vanguard Wiki has been shut down or offline now, and I don't know why. But let me see if I can take a Google search on this. So, like, let's see, Taizo, Vanguard. This was it. Oh, wait, Kiyokura. Okay, sorry about that. That was a mistranslation. I am very sorry. Kirishima is Mondo Kirishima, who is the United Dianos' owner. So, that was my bad. But yeah, so he appears in season 1 and 2 of Card Vanguard Divines, which, by the way, I do like the new artwork on it as well. So all the grades 0, 1, 2, and 3 got a major upgrade and a new ride line power boost. When I was playing this deck more carefully, I'm just calling myself confused. Yesterday at my locals, someone was telling me I could do more serious burn damage or attack reducing, power reducing with this deck. So maybe you all can guide me through this, and I'll just show you what my deck has, its own recipe. But yeah. Anyways, so a little backstory on Taizo. He basically is still the CEO of the company, of his father's company. I think he finally retired now, which is great. And he won against Chris Rain, and then he lost to Razio in the Fated Clash. So it's okay. But then in season 2, he got redemption arc, I think, with some new stuff in season 2, when he had to fight against his teammate Kiyoma, I think. He is the owner of the Destined 1 of Scales, Libra. I'm just gonna call it Libra because that's what basically it is. And it's the opposite of Guiding Stars. So, as someone who loves astrology, I should have known that. Anyways, moving on. So this deck right here is basically full Blitz themed. The Blitz archetype, Blitz series. Even the triggers got a Blitz effect. Not all of them, but some. And it still relies on the product cards. Combine that with the Divine skill, which you can activate during your main phase, which, if you do that, bravo. So I'll show you what I mean. Let's get on to the video. So let's start with the ride line. So of course we have our energy generator. Energy generator. Sorry, I have to say that very slowly because I tend to speed my words up a little bit, so I'm very sorry. And then here comes the new forms. We have Blitz Chief Mechanic Warton. He says Warton, I think. So I'm going to assume that most of these units in the Blitz series is pretty much German descendant. Descendant, pretty much. German. So I guess it's kind of nice for that one. So as always, the grade 0s always have the ability when they go second, you draw a card. So that's all it comes with. Here comes the new upgrade for Strazer. This is Blitz Best Programmer Strazer. When this unit is worked upon by Blitz Head Researcher Soul Blast 1 card, search your deck for up to 1 product with a product card with grade less than or equal to your opponent's Vanguard. Reveal an input into your hand and shuffle the deck. So I'm going to assume this also can work for grade 2 plays, so it will help you get your grade 2s out as quicker as possible. As possibly can. Unless if you go first, then you take a grade 1 product card and reveal it and add it to your hand. If you went second, you pretty much get a grade 2. That's pretty much easy, right? And we all love when we go second anyways, because we want to attack first. Alright, so the third grade 2, we have Blitz Head Researcher Uber. And his new effect is, when his unit attacks a Vanguard, Energy Blast 3, choose a product card from your order zone and operate it, which, okay, that's, I did not realize that effect until now, so my dumbass didn't read that effect carefully, so that's my bad. When this unit is ruled upon by a unit with Welstra in its card name with Divine skill, if your order zone has a product, Soul Blast 1 and discard a card from hand. Search your deck for up to 2 product cards with different names from each other, and from cards in your order zone. Reveal them and put it into your hand and shuffle the deck. Okay, so that might be a little tricky for me to do because I do run a few copies of the cards I thought to be more important, but anyways, I digress. So maybe it's like only that one time, so maybe that'll be okay, but we'll see. Anyways, so here is the new Welstra. This is the Phase 1 of Guiding Star Welstra Blitz Arms. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, Energy Blast 2, choose a product from your order zone, operate it, and this unit gets 10,000 power until the end of that battle. Divine Skill activation is an activate, not once per turn, but it's only once per fight, so that's all. Counterblast 1, choose up to 2 product cards with different card names from your hand and put them into your order zone. If you put 2 cards, choose a product from your order zone and operate it. So you can operate probably twice in the one turn. I think that's what the assumption is going to go. So I've only been testing this out maybe a couple times, even at work or at locals, and it's going to take me a little while to get used to this mechanic because this is probably like one of the few decks that I really do have a hard time slowly understanding, but I'm going to get there eventually. It just takes a lot of practice and it's not big of a deal, but I think this is a very fun deck to play. Unless you're a competitive player, then you can go ham on your opponent's shit. So that's just my opinion. So that is the confirmed right line, and of course we do have the Faded 1 sleeves to confirm that this is the Faded 1 deck, just so I can know which one's which. The downside about these Faded 1 decks, however, is that other than Crest Ring, I don't have the actual sleeves for the Faded ones. So that's the unfortunate part. Oh well. So now, as for the main deck, we're going for triggers. I decided to do a rainbow trigger lineup, just for a safer bet to see what I liked and what not I like. If the draws are not doing very well, I'll switch them out for our fronts or criticals. It just comes down to player's preference, and right now I'm just trying to be on a safe caution until I can get the hang of the decks a little better. So right now we're playing for heals 4 copies of Blitz Doctor Gesund, which is a cute little muskrat or a squirrel. Oh well, it's not like Foamy the Squirrel from the webisodes. So the one that says F, it says fuck you pretty much. So next one we have 2 copies of Ameliorate Connector, which is 2 draw triggers. Like I said, just get a little feel on him and just see what happens, because this deck does maybe acquire draw more, I think, but the 10k shield doesn't hurt either. For 7 criticals, I'm playing 3 copies of Blitz Pilot Jagt, which I thought is kind of nice because he's an elf riding a fucking helicopter or a plane. So, good. Elves have jobs. Okay. And then 4 copies of Patrol Robo Dekarcop. I think this deck does rely on Soul Blasting a little bit, so I figured this is not going to hurt to have a little bit of Soul Blast and a 2k boost a little bit more. So just add a little bit more fuel. 2 copies of Cardinal, Draco, Enpyro for that 20k shield, and the fronts are not bad to have. Excuse me. Drinking a lot of Pepsi. I personally think this is not a bad decision. You know, you try 2 copies of the fronts and draws. I know a lot of people don't like fronts too well because they want the more draw power, but the downside is these effect draw triggers only have 10k shield value, and sometimes your opponent will hit you with like bigger numbers. In fact, yesterday, my opponent actually plays Hexa Orb, and it got him up to like almost 90,000 power. And so having fronts sometimes is a better option as well, just in case, because it does give you a 20k shield value, just in case. But your only best bet is either an over trigger or a trigger that will help you increase your power. So, and then finally for the over trigger of choice, which is probably only one, Eldobreath. So I know everybody doesn't like this over trigger because of the power to double the power, double the critical, yada yada yada. But I like it, so it's not bad, and you gotta use what you can. If it were up to me, I would just not use an over trigger whatsoever and play the third front trigger, just so we can have like this little feel to it. If there will become a time when we're not allowed to play an over trigger in a deck, that would be great. That would be a little tough challenge, but it'll be a fun, even kind of match. Because I know a lot of times people have a different opinion about the over triggers, and to me, it's just a nice little mechanic and a nice little twist. That's all it is. Okay, so that is the grade 0 lineup, and I am using the gray sleeves from Dragon Shield in the shade, I think, Slate, I think. I'll have to look it up a little bit. But so far, I'm starting to have like a Power Ranger color going on with the Faded 1 deck so far. Oh god, that sounded like a complete douche, but... Alright. Anyways, for grade 1s, we are technically playing... 13 grade 1s. Imagine that. So, we are playing 4 copies of Blitz Customer Support Kurdo, just because of she's a partner to Welstra. During the battle, this unit boosted. If you have a grade 3 Grade Vanguard with Welstra in the squad name, this unit gets played for 5k power, so they like the other grade 1s we've had so far. But it's newer, this other skill it has, is when this unit boosts a grade 3 Welstra, in its card name, energy charge 1. So it increases your energy by 1 every time. And there are some cards that will help you increase more your energy as we get going. So, there's that one. And of course, I haven't played this card in a very long time because I rarely ever play Brandt anymore. But I do play 4 copies of Detonation, Mutant, Bobalmine, because this deck does rely on a lot of Counter Blasting a lot. So it's nice to have a little extra Counter Blast, just a little backup. It's just there was one time yesterday, my dumbass forgot to activate his ability, so it's okay, you know. It's been a while, so don't hate. And of course, we have 4 PGs, which is Planet Wall Dragon of choice. I could have gone the Violet Dragon because it's a shiny hollow version, but I like to just keep it like the new thing. And then finally, for 1 product card, we have Mobile Kennel Eingarten, and it's a cute little puppy. When this card is put from hand or order zone into drop during your turn, put this card into order zone or soul. Okay. Operate. So it's order zone. When this card is operated, call this to rear guard as 10,000 and +1 critical normal unit with boost to an open rear guard and put that unit into order zone at the end of the turn. So I've seen people maybe play maybe 2 copies of it, maybe 1 or 2. I'm testing out for maybe 1 because it's searchable for Strazer and Uber. So give or take, pretty much. So this is what I chose for my grade 1 lineup. I know there's another card would have been perfect, but I'm just feeling the deck right now. I'm just trying to see what I liked about it and what not like about it. That's all I'm just trying to do. Like I said, Welstra is my least favorite kind of deck at the moment, but I don't mind testing out once again to see what the tea is. For grade 2s, excuse me, we're playing 4 copies of Blitz Operator Trolley. During your turn, if your order zone has a product, this unit gets 5k power. Okay, cool. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, if you have Welstra as your Vanguard with Divine Skill, Carablast 1, choose a product from your order zone and operate it. So, I think 4 of them is perfect, and like I said, when it comes to grade 2 plays, there's a lot of better options, but I think we're going with a new set, new decks pretty much. So I chose Trolley, and I also play 4 copies of Blitz, Operate Master Freyheat. He's a classic from set 9 collection, so I'm playing 4 of him. And then we're also playing 4 copies of Assault Flight Carrier Lubetzal. I think, like I said, German. It's speaking German right here. And when this unit is put into your order zone, if your Vanguard is Blitz in its name, draw a card and soul charge 1. Perfect. Operate skill. When this card is operated, if it is your main phase, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 unit card from among them with grade less than or equal to your Vanguard, and call the rear guard. Shuffle your deck. If it is your battle phase, draw a card. So that's not a bad thing, pretty much. So I've seen people play 4 of this, like max it out pretty much, because it'll help you get your normal units, and it'll save you some triggers as well. So that's why it's considered a killer. So that's the grade 2 lineup. And then finally for grade 3, we're playing 3 more copies of Welstra Blitzarm for the personification ability. And then we're playing its new partner, Extreme Satellite Weaponry Urianthi. When this card is put into your order zone, you have a grade 3 Welstra in its card name. Draw a card and energy charge 3. Operate. When this card is operated during your battle phase by the ability of your Welstra with Divine Skill. If this card was not put into your order zone this turn, choose one of your Vanguard's rear guard, retire it, and choose one of your opponent's Vanguard and lose 10,000 power. Minus 10,000 power. If your opponent's damage zone has 4 or less cards, deal 1 damage. So I think it's best you try to get this card early on in your order zone, and then, you know, get that kind of little extra damage to your opponent's Vanguard's power. And of course, we're finally playing 3 copies of Mobile Fortress of Obliteration French's Maximum. And we all know what this card does pretty much, but I'm just figuring testing out 3 of them is not a bad thing. So it's personal choice. But that is it for the deck profile video of Welstra Blitz Order. I hope you guys did enjoy this video very much so. It was very fun playing this deck and also learning the new mechanics of it as well. But if you guys have any questions whatsoever in a comment, let me know down below. And if you guys like the content I do create on my channel, please subscribe, thumbs up, and comment down below. And send me your deck Send me your deck list of what you think this deck should use. Go outside your comfort zone. Try something new and different, like I am. And yeah, guys, that is it for the video. Thank you all for watching. And as always, I've been your host, Siren Frost. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.